Right, the next job on the list for the Jag XF is going to be take off the back bumper and check out the condition of the rear crash bar, because these are notoriously susceptible to rust and rot. Not only is it a crash bar, but it also acts as a support for the exhaust pipes at the back. It's actually the ends of the crash bar have rotted away, and then the rubber mounting drops off the crash bar, and therefore the tailpipe then sags down at the back. Now on this car, it's an XFS, it's got a pseudo diffuser on the back, plastic clippy screws, so 1, 2, 3 and 4. There's going to be some screws in the wheel arch, which I'll show you in a second. So let's get those screws out for the diffuser first, and then we'll go from there. There's a lot of dirt and muck under there. That's going to definitely do for cleaning. So that all comes off at the bottom. Those 4 plastic, there's these type of screws with the expanding tube in them. When you screw something down inside, it expands it out and it stops it from dropping out and clips it in. So they're okay if they unscrew. If they're not, they're a pain in the neck, of course. So let's get the wheel arch ones out the way. So there's a couple of 8mm screws that go through the wheel arch lining. So underneath there's another 8mm which fixes onto a bracket which goes up. You'll see in a second if I undo that there. So inside there's a plastic frame which is bolted to the wing at the top, just on the edge here, and then that just pulls it away from that plastic frame. Okay, next thing is the kick panel on the back edge of the boot floor behind the bumper. We've got 3 plastic clips with screws in the middle. Should just lift out. I had this out before when I did the boot lock one time. So that's got rid of that. So then what you do is basically your rear light, one bolt there, or I should say stud with a nut, 2 at this end, and then 1 right down deep in the back there. There's only 3 that hold the lamp in. And once they're free, the whole lamp will come out, and you've got a multi-pin plug there to pull the whole thing out so that it can not get damaged. It'll be the same on the other side. Just to help get these trim panels out the way, there's a couple of plastic clips which are up inside there. And they're a bit tricky to get out. You need a trim tool to get them out, or very strong fingers. I've just popped mine out with my fingers, but they're quite tight. Anyway, this side's out, ready to come out, and she's out like that. And then what we got is this screw here. There's one on both sides sticking out. It's got quite a long thread on it. Next, round this corner of the boot lid, we've got these plastic clips here which pull out, one on each side. There's one on this side as well. Again, you need a trim tool and strong fingers. If you're lucky, you might be able to screw them a tiny bit. There you go. These things are a spawn of the devil, aren't they? What's up with nuts and bolts? So your next thing is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plastic clips that clip onto this rail here, which is bolted in. So you can't get to that without taking the bumper off. So it's trim tool to prise in those clips to unlock the bumper edge itself. Clearly designed for ease of assembly, and probably quite rightly not easy to get off, because you don't want it coming loose and falling off, do you? So yeah, they're well clipped in, pretty tough. This rail is pretty tough plastic, but a bit of perseverance and it will be away. Now hopefully, I think it's just a case of lifting it out and she's down. These are the same on the front parking sensors. This plug's an awkward little plug. You push down on that tab there while you're trying to pull the thing apart at the same time, and it comes off quite easily in the end. You can see already that the crash bar has got some corrosion on it, so let's see how bad it actually is when I get it off. So actually the rear diffuser is actually a separate part. That's this bit here, but again it's clipped in with these plastic clips, and you don't need to take it off to get the main bumper off. There's nothing holding it on the bottom except for these 4 screws that I did at the start. And it looks like, yep, true to form, there is your corroded exhaust hangers. So if you wonder what they look like, that's what they look like. It's a double tubular frame, Same at this end. You can see the dirt, all the dirt that gets in them. This is why they corrode. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely. Oh, it's built to rust, isn't it? So I think that's going to need a good wire brush. I'm going to take that right off. Good wire brush and a good coat of paint, and help that last. I think I've caught that in time. Another maybe year, maybe 2 years. I think I'll be looking at probable exhaust mount issues. So this is a 2012 model, but if you've got a car of a similar age and you haven't done this, then it's probably a good idea to get yourself under there, or get someone that knows what they're doing under there to have a look at it and get it off, and we'll get that done. Basically, if you look down them 2 holes, the bottom one you can actually get to, because if you see down there, if I give it some light, there is a bolt, looks like it's 13mm, might be 12, just to catch us out. And you've got the same in this hole here, but that one is deep down inside that hole. You can't get at it other than going through the hole. This one you can get at it from underneath, under here. So they are 13mm. Let's see what happens. And she's off. Look at the dirt coming out of that. No wonder they rust. So she's on and painted and rust proofed inside, bit of wax oil. It's about borderline, this crash bar. These aren't falling off, not worried, so I'm okay, but they're getting thin, the ends are getting thin, but I think I've saved it. It's a little bit lace-like underneath here. There's a couple of little holes, pinholes, where I've basically cleaned it with a wire brush, like a quite aggressive wire brush. So along this bottom edge rail, there's a couple of pinholes, but I'm not too worried. It is literally a crash bar. It's going to take some energy if someone hits you in the rear. It's not actually going to have any structural effect to the car, particularly. I mean, it's on the edge of the chassis rails at the back. Absolutely get that, but you've got 2 double box sections just here, one at the top, one at the bottom. Nice and solid here. It's solid at this end, it's solid at this end. The exhaust mounts are solid, both ends. It's painted, it's rust proofed. It's the best it's going to get. While you're here, you might want to check these slam vents out. So these are like little vents so that you don't get an airlock in the car and allow ventilation to work properly. But as you can see, the seals have all fell out on that side, and it's just starting to bubble out on this one. You can pop these out. Basically what you do, if you look in there, you've got some clips on the top of the slam vent themselves. If you push the clips out, the whole thing swaps out like that, and out it comes. And if you're unlucky, the seals fall on the floor. Now clearly, if you've got no seal there, you can see what's going to happen. You've got electrics in there, there's a plug in there. Really need to put those right and clean all that up. So I'm going to get that done, put it back together. That's it, that side done. They're not the best, they clip in, but you know, they're likely to fall out again. If they've fallen out once, they'll fall out again, won't they? And this side, Just got to ease it back into the little groove that it is. It stays in, but it's you know, it's not the best. It doesn't have to clip in. There's no special tools needed. You just get it so that it sits in nice. You literally hook it onto the bottom edge, push it in at the top, clip it in, check all around, and we're back where we started. Right, get the bumper on. Now, given this is designed for ease of assembly, this shouldn't actually be too difficult to put on. Basically, we've got to connect up this plug to that plug, get the studs in the holes up here, this stud into that hole. Remember, we've got the clips down the side, all the way down there, that clip into this part here. 4 screws underneath that go onto those just there, if you can just see them. And then we've got the wheel arch liner screws, and then it's in. Okay, so we've got the clips in that side there, we've got the little clip in there, we've got some clips along here, 3 clips which just hook over, they sort of like hook over a little plastic trim that's bolted to the back of the car, clip in the corner, down this seam here is all good. There's your 4 screws that push in with a little plastic screw all the way along the bottom front edge of the diffuser. And then it's just a case of the wheel arch lining screws, which are screws, one right underneath, and 2 up the front, 2 up the trailing edge. It's starting to look like a car again. Well, that's a good little job done. I'm happy with that.